another creator reporting that that father whose children tragically freeze to death in that van in Detroit, who claimed that he was so busy working that he had not talked to his children in 1 to 2 months. Another creator posted like images with dates of him being constantly on vacation with his girlfriend. And I said it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. We're not shaming deadbeats enough. This man was living it up. His children were homeless for the last 4 months. And over that 4 months, he was living the fabulous life with his girlfriend, taking vacations here, there, and everywhere, while his children were sleeping in a van with their entire family, the mother, the grandmother, the aunts and uncles. And he should be ashamed of himself. And the way that he got on that, when he was being interviewed by the news, the way that he really attempted to blame the mother, the way that he attempted to blame the person who stuck around and attempted to do her best to take care of those children is just disgusting. He's being dragged all over social media, and rightfully so, because I cannot believe that that man had the audacity to say into that microphone, "Oh, she asked me to get him, but she didn't tell me why." Y'all, we're not shaming these deadbeats enough. Like, I'm trying to be so careful with, at first I didn't want to talk about this at all, because some of you may know that I have a son that died, and I understand how heartbreaking it is. So I wanted to be kind of delicate with how I spoke on this man. But the more I find out, the less delicate I feel I should be with him. You know? And I saw in the pictures that his girlfriend was like, she had like a graduation robe, like she had graduated from college. And it's possible, it's possible, because I know my donor has a girlfriend who pays for everything. It's possible that the trips were funded by her. Now, guess what? While I get that really doesn't help me. That doesn't help my perception of him at all. Because even if you were not paying for the vacations, your ass shouldn't have been on vacation. Your children were homeless. Where you should have been is at home trying to do some Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, something to raise money to help support those children. And guaranteed is going to come out that this man has never paid a dime of child support. So you were not supporting them with your presence. You were not supporting them with your funds. You were completely absent from their life, just living it up on vacation with your girlfriend, while your children were sleeping in a van with their entire family. I can't make no excuses for this man, and I wanted to so bad. I wanted to so bad, just on the strength of being a parent who has lost a child. Because I don't want for people to be this kind of evil. And I feel like people who completely neglect and walk away from their children are a different kind of evil. He said he didn't know where his children were living. You knew where you were living. You knew you had a roof over your head. You knew that you could afford to take vacations. You were working too much and at the gym. You had just got on the treadmill when you found out that your children had passed away. The way that some people can walk away from their children and just live it up, and the children's well-being is not even on their radar. He's just going about his daily life, working, going to the gym, doing whatever he pleases with his money, wearing matching t-shirts with his new girlfriend on all of these vacations, while his children are sleeping in a van. That should never happen. That should never happen, and that man should be ashamed of himself. We have to shame deadbeats more. Men are ashamed and embarrassed to get in front of a camera and say that they told on their friends so they could come home from jail and be with their children. But they're not ashamed to walk away from and abandon their children. He obviously was not ashamed to be sleeping comfortably in a home, roof over his head, warm. It's Michigan. Roof over his head, it's warm. He's fed, he's clothed, and as a woman, I have never dated a deadbeat dad. I never have. In fact, I believe that my ex, who is a donor to my son, I believe that he was only the father that he was when he was with me because he knew that that is what I expected of him. A deadbeat dad is the unsexiest thing in this world to me. I would never let a deadbeat dad lay down with me. Never. If I'm dating a man and that man has children, and we dating for a while, I don't see those children, I don't hear about those children, he's not saying, oh, I had to send so-and-so money for this, that, and the other, you can't have nothing to do with me. Because if you don't care about your own child, how can I believe you genuinely care about me? I won't believe that. And women who are willing to be in relationships with these men and lay down with and love on these men who don't love their children, I don't know, y'all morals and values are in the freaking toilet. Because there is no way that woman should have been on vacation with this man while his children lived in a car. And people who will say, well, they're not her kids, it wasn't her responsibility, y'all are the kind of women that I hope my child's father never, ever, ever dates. Because if I date a man and he has children, those children are my responsibility. Period, point blank. If I date a man and he has children and his children are sleeping in a car while we sleep in a warm home, no, they not sleeping in no car. No, I would never, my eyes wouldn't comfortably close at night knowing that I'm laying next to this man and we are well provided for. And his children are freezing in a van in Detroit, Michigan. We got to shame these deadbeats more. We have to shame these women who love on and support these deadbeats while they completely neglect their children. That is shameful behavior. And I heard he set up a GoFundMe. I'm not sure if he's participating in the final expenses of the children. But today, seeing that the 4 months that his children have been homeless and sleeping in a van in a casino garage, seeing that he's been on vacations while his children was suffering like that, sick to my stomach.